Do I want me to strap this on?
No, you can just leave it there.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine, unless you-
Stop playing with it.
All right, so this is Jimmy Lazinski from Bleeding Cool. We're here with Mark Rivers, currently working on Big Mouth on Netflix, correct?
That is right.
All right, let's talk about how did you get involved with that program?
I came to the gig through Nick Kroll. I had worked with Nick on the Kroll Show, which was a Comedy Central show. I wrote I wrote a bit on the first season, and then I just continued on writing songs and composing here and there.
So, is your writing? You said you wrote some bits. Are they more musical bits? Like, are they?
I've I've done a lot of writing in the past, and I've done a lot of sketch comedy, and only rarely have I written a musical. Did I write music-based sketches? It was kind of dumb of me not to. You'd think I would have, and but occasionally I would write more music-based stuff. But for the most part, I was writing like straight-up sketch comedy. But for the Kroll Show, yeah, I was writing. There were a handful of like songs that that I contributed to that show. Perhaps you remember L.A. Deli? That was.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you also write on Big Mouth, or do you just compose?
No. I compose and I do I write the songs and the lyrics for the songs. That's as close as I come to actually writing the scripts, is writing the songs and the lyrics for the songs. So.
And can I talk a little bit about that process then? If it's Nick, does he come to you and say, I need a song about this?
Sort of, yeah. Nick and the showrunners. I deal more with the showrunners. His co-creators, Andrew, Mark, and Jen Flackett. I deal more directly with them, but usually when we're talking about the songs, it's all four of them, and we either get on the phone together or we sit down together and we talk about. They guide me through what's happening at that point in the story, who's going to be singing, what character's going to be singing it, or characters, and what the style of the song should be, and there's sort of this feeling it out process, like maybe it should be sort of like something from Moulin Rouge, or maybe it should be like that combined with a Huey Lewis song or something, something, it's this sort of, nobody has it, like here's what this song has to be, definitely, rarely, it's usually they're searching for it a little bit, and so it's my job to kind of find that middle ground that makes everybody happy.
I'm kind of interested in that process then. So when you're actually down to composing, are you seeing anything as far as animatics or?
Yeah. Usually I'm scoring to animatic, and because if I wait till the animation's done, it's way too late. I'll have 3 days to do everything. So by scoring to the animatic, it gives me a huge luxury of time, and unfortunately, it also gives the producers the luxury of time to scrutinize my work and give me more notes. But it's a trade-off. So.
And in that process, does your music affect the animation at all, as far as hitting certain beats? Like, do you stretch? I mean, is there any point when you
potentially,
say, I just need a couple more
potentially,
seconds,
I think. I mean, it certainly heightens certain moments. I don't know that if it dictates any animation. I haven't noticed that happening, but it definitely heightens certain moments. And when things get edited in such a way that things no longer land on a certain beat, it drives me a little nuts. I have to scramble and try to rework it, because you'll score to the animatic, and then once the picture is done, they'll tighten it and they'll add some frames here and there to get their timing a little more to their liking visually. And with any luck, you've got an editor who takes your music into consideration too, and he sort of does it in such a way that it doesn't screw up your work too much.
What, as far as what have you worked on musically other than the Kroll Show in the past?
Let's see. The first show my first TV TV gig was I did a theme song to Mr. Show with Bob and David, which is an HBO sketch comedy show, and that was the thing that gave me the idea of maybe I'll move to Los Angeles. I was living in Boston at the time. Maybe I'll move to Los Angeles and write TV theme songs because nobody has thought of doing that. So I came out here sort of with that in mind, and then fell into comedy writing and doing music, and sort of have over the past 20 years gone back and forth between the two. And lately I've been doing more composing than writing. I haven't had a writing job in quite a while.
By choice or just by
avenue
of work?
I haven't pursued any really, and I think it's also, as I'm getting older and whiter, I'm still an aging white man in a world that prizes youth and diversity. So that's the nature of it. Yeah. But I'm fine. I'm actually never happier than when I'm doing music. I'm more sane. I'm less stressed out, and I'm less anxious. It just comes more natural to me. Especially doing these comedy songs. It's like it feels like that's exactly what I should be doing, and I'm happy to leave the writing world behind.
Are there any iconic properties that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with in the future? Your dream job?
Being that I enjoy the songwriting more than the composing, I think, or certainly as much as the composing, I'd love to contribute some songs to the Disney or Pixar world. So hopefully I can, with any luck, I've got a lot of songs coming up on the second season of the show, and I would love if that opens more doors for me for songwriting.
Is that season 13 episodes? Is that 13 episodes?
They're all 10 10 episode seasons, yeah. It's Netflix. We're in a new world.
You can hardly call them season. No offense to you, of course.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. I know it's
barely a
I know
miniseries.
it's a holdover term. I know, and they don't even work on a yearly basis. Like one process ends, and we're already into season 3, and season 2 hasn't even begun.
So you're working on season 3?
I've written some songs for season 3, and I'm still waiting for some notes on season 2, so they're actually overlapping. The processes are overlapping. They're writing season 3. I don't think it's been officially announced yet. I probably shouldn't be saying it. Who cares?
Well, too late.
Yeah, I know. I don't care. But yeah, they haven't delivered season 2 yet, and completely, and I don't think they've delivered any of it, and they're writing season 3. So I'm waiting for season 4 to start up in a couple of weeks.
Right. Yeah, that's a good sign. Job security, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
What, as a composer, are you fluent in all instruments? Can you play all the instruments?
No.
Just know how they sound?
I know enough about, I came up playing in rock bands. I'll once I got through my prog rock teen years, I guess the bands I was in were fairly Beatles influenced. And that's what I know more than anything. I know that world, and I know I've had to learn how to do. I know how to do orchestral TV stuff and cinematic stuff just from listening to it and looking at sitting down with an orchestra in front of me and seeing who's doing what, and really starting to pay attention to that stuff. But a lot of it, I think, is fairly intuitive. If you've got a decent musical ear and you pay attention to what's going on when you're watching a film, and you listen to what an orchestra is doing, you can intuitively pick it up. I think so. Is it
common to you, like as you're watching a movie, are you kind of giving notes like to yourself, like, oh, that's a good note right there, or they nailed that mark, or they could have pulled back here?
Yeah, there's some stuff
Is
There's
it
definitely some
frustrating
stuff.
sometimes?
I'll get distracted by music occasionally and lose my place in the story sometimes with music. But then again, there are shows and films I've seen where my wife will comment like, "And the music was really good, didn't you think?" I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the music at all. I'm a terrible composer. I'm a bad person.
That's not what makes you a bad person, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes I'm so engrossed in the story that I'm not even noticing the music, as good as it might be. And so maybe that's a good thing. I don't think you're really, a lot of times you're not supposed to. If you're engrossed in a story, and you
don't even know.
and you're not noticing anything else, the music is just doing its subversive work on you. Then that's a good thing.
Anything besides seasons 2, 3, 4, 5, Nick Kroll? In the future?
No, not right now. I'm just doing this show right now. There are others in the works, and we'll see. It's pilot season out here. It's been pilot season.
Okay.
And we'll see. There's certain shows I'd like to go over. And
they can contact you through Bleeding Cool if anybody wants to hire you.
Sure, yeah, or on my website, markrivers.com.
Very nice. Website, Twitter. You want to plug your Twitter or?
No, I don't have a Twitter account anymore. I got rid of it.
Really?
In the age of Trump, I don't want to be on Twitter anymore.
Tough call. Yeah.
Yeah. It's ugly. It's just ugly out there.
All right. Well, I guess, hey, Mark, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much for
thanks.
hanging out and chatting with us.
Okay.
Say thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, boys. Good job. We did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They realized they didn't want to work for a great